Good morning, class. Today in this class, we will discuss question answer of Unit 12, the Canterville Ghost. Here, question 1 to 7 will be discussed. So, copy work of this chapter is finished, I hope. How many of you have completed this copy work? Copying all the answers from the PDF. No? Very good. Garima,
Yes, ma'am.
do you want to say something?
No, ma'am.
Ananya Kumari? Okay, see question number 1. We have not cared to live in the place ourselves, full stop. It gives you a strange, scary feelings. This is a statement from the text. That is, we have not cared to live in this place ourselves. It gives you a strange, scary feelings. What place is the speaker talking about, and what does it gives a strange, scary feeling? Paragraph number 1 to 15, these things were given. So those who is knowing this answer, first they will raise their hand. Okay. Aditya Yadav of 6B.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, the speaker is talking about the Canterville chase, and it gave a strange and scary feeling because Lord Canterville believed that there is a ghost in it.
Ah. That the speaker is talking about Canterville chase, and it gives us scary, strange feelings because what? Because after
Ma'am,
what is
because there is a ghost living in it, because Lord Canterville believed that in the existence of ghost in it.
okay? So there is ghost. So, but what is the proof of that there is ghost? You have to say clarify this answer in this answer.
Ma-
There is
Hello.
ghost, but how he has proved this?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, he told his grand aunts the accident which is happened to his grand aunts that at his grand aunt which name is Duchess, uh, so a clammy hand shoulder, a clammy hand of his shoulder. Because of that, he believed that there is a ghost in it.
Because that ghost had been seen many members of many times by many members of his family. That the residents, those who are living there, they have seen the ghost many times. So
Yes, ma'am.
that is why they had the proof of leaving the ghost there in the villa. So answer should be appropriate. Okay, Aditya.
Yes, ma'am.
There is ghost. If you are going to write this answer in your copy, it's okay. There is ghost. We know. That is why the title says the Canterville Ghost. How you can going to justify your answer? That is the thing. Okay. All right. Good. Now question 2. I hope question 1 is clear to everybody. Okay. Question number 2. And it was makes its appearance before the death of a family member. Again, a statement. And it always makes its appearance before the death of a family member. Full stop. What does Lord Canterville mean by this statement? How does Mr. Otis choose to react? What does this tell about him and his beliefs? So there are 3 questions added in one. three questions. First of all, you have to say that what does Lord Canterville mean by this statement here in this question. You have to explain the statement, that is what, and it always makes its appearance before the death of a family member. You can write the same statement when you're going to clarify the first question we just now explained. We just now see that in the first question asking about the proof, how do you know? So this statement can be written in the first question. See, the second question, the statement is somewhere going to give a proof in which the first one, asking it. So what does it mean? First of all, and then after question number second in the same, it's asking that how does Mr. Otis choose to react on the statement? After that, what does this tell you about him and his belief? So when that the person who was going to buy the villa, who had reacted something, so that reaction has been given what influence on you. So that answer should be according to you. So Jannat Zubair. Jannat Zubair, unmute yourself. Shabash. We'll have to another student, Manan Kumar Singh, 68.
Hello.
Yes, Manan.
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, the answer of the second question is by this statement, Lord Canterville means to say that the presence of the ghost scares people so much that it often results in their death. However, Mr. Otis appears to think that the deaths have nothing to do with the ghost and are a mere coincidence.
Okay. One more question is added there, the third one. There is third question that what does this tell about you?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this tells us that he is not afraid of ghosts and perhaps does not believe in them.
All right. So as he told, I will ask you, Manan, your answer is correct. Okay. Just wait. Let me ask you any other. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Harshit Singh, 6B. Harshit. Okay, Anamika. Just unmute yourself. You all are taking too much time. Okay, Abhinav Kumar Pandey. Abhinav Kumar Pandey, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, the answer of second is by this statement, Lord Canterville mean to say that presence of the God is scare people so much that it often result in their death. However, Mr. Otis appeared to think that the death have nothing to do with the ghost and are a mere coincidence. This This tells us that he is not afraid of gods, of ghosts, and perhaps does not believe in them.
See, you do not have to read the PDF given by teacher. Try to understand the answer. Say in your own words. Answer is clear as Manan told. He has also given the same as you. By this statement, we understand that statement is talking about that he has given his appearance many times before the death of the family member. First of all, with the help of this statement, you can see that he means to say that the presence of ghost has been seen by the number of times by the members of the family many times. Okay. Question number 2 is saying that uh, where it is, okay, how does he choose to react? What reaction he has given? So in that he has given his belief, his reaction that if somebody who sees a ghost, okay, and after that he dies. So it is not a thing that a person who sees a ghost and then after by seeing that he had died. So according to Mr. Otis, that was the answer, reaction. So after that reaction, what impact was on you? So if somebody is saying that people is becoming die when they see the ghost, and answer is coming that no, it is not so. Why? Because if a person who sees a ghost and then after died, so he was thinking that it is just a coincidence. It is just a coincidence. He was not believing on that. So what impact? So on this you can say that he is not afraid of ghost. He's not believing in the existence of a ghost. Okay, and perhaps he is completely not agree whatever statement was given by Lord Canterbury. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So now this answer is your answer. Try to take a help of the given PDF and then write in your own words. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next question. Based on scene 2, say how the writer brings about the contrast in the traditional and modern ways of life in this story. Contrast between traditional and modern. When we read this chapter, we find that here the description of many, centuries ago, the older time. And then after just now, we have the country, the American people who is, pure modern. That is why what is contrast between two times, traditional and modern ways of life asking. So, who will give this answer? Garima Rao.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in scene 2, the traditional element and the modern element is the traditional element is described in Mr. Umni's reaction, and the modern element is represented by Mr. the American family, and Mr. Otis and Mrs. Otis. Ma'am, and this happened when they both see the blood stain on the floor,
Okay.
and Mr. Umni is terrified while the Otis family uh, uh, mm, thinks that there is a ghost.
Hmm.
And it also Mr. Umni comes from England, that is a traditional country, and uh, they believes in they believes in traditional beliefs.
Okay.
And while the Mr. Otis family is from America, and so they does not believe in ghosts or any super
Superstitious things. Okay. All right.
yeah, beliefs.
Oh, okay.
And
So, do you want to say more?
no, ma'am.
See, your answer is correct. What Garima told, with the help of this answer, we can see that there are two contrasts between the ideas. With the help of Mrs. Umni's behavior, we can see that traditional things, traditional way of life is coming up. Okay. while the behavior of the Otis family, whether we talk about the twins, whether we talk about Virginia, whether we talk about Washington or the head, grease your oil, sir, please do not disturb us. So these are the lines they threw the pillow. The bold family, the modern family do not have, believe in the existence of ghosts. So these are the two contrasts. Let me ask you any other, because this answer is somewhat typical. Okay, any other? Jyoti Mishra, what is Jyoti? 6A.
Hello,
Ah,
good morning, ma'am.
morning, Jyoti.
Ma'am, in scheme 2, the traditional elements are the elements are there, traditional and modern. So the traditional elements are being represented by Mrs. Omni, and the modern elements have been represented by the Otis family.
All right.
Ma'am, the clash between the two elements is thus brought out in their interaction with each one other after the blood stains. Means uh, the Otis family has been seen the blood stain on the scene, and it is being seen by the Mrs. It is
Okay,
discovered by
just wait
Mrs.
here. Wait,
Omni.
let me explain. See that how can we see the clash between these two cultures in this story? So we can see the clash on the time, on the scene. In scene 2, we are talking about in the question that is written scene 2. Their library is open. No. In scene 2, there is a library scene. So when the family were there, they had found blood stain spotted on a spot, on a place. So on seeing that blood stain there, two reactions just seeing there that blood came. No, first was
Yes,
of Mrs. Omni. So she was representing what the traditional way of life, the traditional thought. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
as she was fearing, she could hear the trembling
Noise.
and moaning, sobbing there. No,
Yes, ma'am.
and then after a while, the family were started and rubbing the they were started rubbing the blood stain.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma'am.
these are the clash just now we can see on the particular scene. Okay, now continue.
Yes, ma'am. And Mrs. Omni is terrified by the Otis family, mocks the every possibility of a ghost. And Mrs. Omni has been come from
See, that
England.
mocks the possibility of the ghost. They completely deny the existence of God. They mock. Mock means
Yes,
they taunt on the existence of the ghost. Okay, they mock that blood stain is not by the ghost. It may come. So they mock on
it
that.
may come from
They
it
lock
may
on
come
that.
from
Hmm.
anywhere. Yes, ma'am. And Mrs. Omni has been come from England. It is a traditional country and represent traditional beliefs.
All right.
Their traditional beliefs are there, such as fear of the supernatural and the unknown. We see this in her attitude towards the ghost.
Hmm.
She appears to be afraid with the ghost. Yes, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am, then I don't.
so that was a complete answer, as we can see now that she had come from where England, so means from where they had the traditional thought, they believe in supernatural powers and superstitious beliefs and all. Okay, but on the other hand, there was another country, America, in which people are very modern this time, and then they do not believe. So answer is clear to everybody. Please raise your hand. Make us sure that you all have been cleared. Okay, very good. Now, one more question. Question number 3. Now, 3 is just now discussed. No, question 4. Scene 1 to 5 show us different parts of the story as it progresses. But there is one place within a scene where we see something that happened generations ago. What do we see in that place? I will ask to Ananya Kumari.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, in scene 1, the Lord Canterville started his great aunt story.
Okay. So in that particular scene, only one scene is to describe here. It's very simple answer that asking that 1 to 5 scene shows different parts of the story in progress. As the story progress, we could see the different things while the story is going on. But there is one place where we have a particular thing where we had the story of a thing that is gone generation ago. So that scene is what? So as she told that in scene one just now, we can see that the ghost did to the Dowager Duchess of Bolton. Dowager Duchess, who was the great aunt of Lord Canterville. So there we had the story of Dowager Duchess of Bolton, who was widow, and that generation ago story we had in that particular thing. So it was easy. Thank you. Question number 5. And I, a ghost who can play 9 pins with my own bones. Here the ghost gives us a scary but comical vision of himself. Scary but comical. Just note the point. Why does he do so? Question 1. Is, is it to scare his torments or to convince himself that he, a ghost, is indeed scary? So he is a ghost, so he had to give proof of that he is a ghost. He has a scary appearance. So what is the purpose of that making scares the people? So that was ironical, or that was actually he was being scared the people. So see, who will give this answer? Anshika Singh 6D. Anshika. Okay. Now we have Anamika Singh. She's taking too much time. Aditya Yadav.
Hello.
No.
Ma'am, the ghost do this because nobody of the Otis family is scared from him. In fact, the twins of the Otis family throw pillow at the ghost, and Mr. Otis give him lubricating oil to put it on its chin. Therefore, he was very angry.
And
And ma'am, the second one is the right choice for it, to convince himself that he is a ghost and is indeed scary.
okay, so here we can see that here we see that the ghost is trying to take and monstrous appearance. Okay, he is a ghost, so what is the need of making his appearance a monstrous, a terrified appearance? Do you think that is there any need for a ghost to have the same? No. But he was doing so. Why? Because he found that the family was not afraid of the ghost. So he had to do. Clear? He had to do his appearance horrible so that he can give his appearance like that to the people. So that was a comical vision of a ghost we can see. Can we see a comical vision of a ghost here? A ghost is going to have its appearance a horrible appearance. What is the need of that? If you are a ghost, automatically you will look like that. So that is why a statement is a, what is that? A comical vision. Comical vision on a scene, that is what a comical. So why it is so? It is so because he found that they were not having any fear of him. Is it to scare Thomas or to convince himself that he's a ghost and is neither scary? So yes, it was. Why? Because it was, it was a need for a ghost to make them appear, and so that is why that type of statement was given by him, so that people could be afraid of him. But all his effort was completely failed. So students will finish here. We had a completed question 1 to 5 today. 6 and 7 will be done in the next class. Okay, thank you.